everyone, I hope that you are having a great new year so far. In this video, we are going to talk about the books that I read in 2023. And all in all, it's 75 books. So we're going to go through a tier list of them. The first tier is a 5-star. These are books that were bombastic to me. I felt like they deserve 5 stars, and I would think about them quite often. 4 stars, these are lovely books that they hold a special place in my heart, but I don't think about them every day. It's more of a, this is like, they deserve that level, but this not quite up to the 5-star. I think about them all the time. 3 stars, this book means that I like this book, but it's nothing to brag about. I don't really, these are not books that I really recommend people. It's just that I liked and move along. And we're just going to move along with that. 2-star books, these are books that I don't like at all, no matter the reason. 1 star is the why. These are why did I read this book? I felt like I wasted time doing this, and I could have been doing other things. And with that, let's jump into the books. The first book is Misconduct by Penelope Douglas. This book I rated a 3-star. I liked it. It was cool. There was just a couple tropes in there that just stuck it as a 3-star for me. The next book is Open Throat by Henry Hogue. This book is a cute novella. It covers a bunch of things in society. I rated this as a 4-star, and I do recommend people read this book. The next book is Our Wives Under the Sea by Julie Armfield. This book I just did not like. The characters, to me, were totally unlikable. I don't know if that's just how they were written, but to me, this book, it belongs as a 2-star. The next book is Enter Three Witches by Kate Gilmore. This book is a 1-star. I don't even know why I wasted my time reading this book. It took me a whole day to read it. I felt like I wasted my time doing that. The next 2 books are by Alexa Dunn. The first book is The Ivies. I rated it a 3-star. Not really anything special about it. It's a typical YA thriller. It was just that. It was just a YA thriller. Nothing really special about it. I think I pretty much rated this a 3-star because of the author, which is Alexa Dunn. I like her as a YouTuber. She was the OG author tuber that I used to watch all the time. And then Pretty Dead Queens, it gets no passes. It's a 2. I knew who the killer was at the beginning of the book. It's nothing that really stood out to me. It's kind of a plot that you see a lot. It's not something that's rememberable for me, and I just really didn't like it. Fortunately, this is a 2-star for me. The next book is One by One by Ruth Ware. This book is an awesome thriller. This is like a textbook thriller, and it just had me reading the pages like it's like crack to me. So this is a 4 stars for me. The next book is The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho. This book is a 3 stars for me. It was a cute book. I liked it. It wasn't really it's one of those novellas. it's hard to find the words for this book. It was really cute. Liked it. Let's move on. Next book is That Night by Amy Giles. This book is a 3 stars for me. It is cute. I use cute a lot. I noticed that in a bunch of these books. But it's really more about the relationship and how they overcome PTSD, dealing with an event that is a common denominator in this book. And it really held its own, I think, when it came to the relationship aspect of this book. So I gave it 3 stars. The next book is Social Creature by Tara Isabella Barton. Sorry that I had to think about that name. I gave this book a 3 stars. I gave this book a 3 stars. It was really good. It's just one of those books that makes you ask questions later, like, oh my gosh, how did I not see that coming? The next book is Death's Obsession by Ivana St. Graves. Where do I start on this book? For what it was, this book was basically just a erotica kind of book. But when I read the summary for this book, it pitched it as a more not as an erotica book. It was more of something else. The plot was dismal in this book. There was really nothing that I really can say positive about this book. And so for me, this is a 1 star. I don't know why I wasted my time reading this book. I tried. I wanted it to give me something more, but at the end, it just fell flat for me. The next book is Permanent Record by Mary H.K. Chow. This book is a 2 star for me. Unfortunately, it failed to give me something more from it. It was just not what I wanted. It was not what I thought it would be. There was a bunch of different elements to this book that just, it could have done without it. The main character is really selfish. I just don't vibe with it. It's just not for me. So this book was a 2 star for me. The next book is Stormrise by Julian Bummy. This book, it was a great book. I believe that this is a good coming to your own story. It is a more of a feminine kind of book. It's basically a female getting along in a man's world. It's like Mulan, just set in a totally different universe. All in all, it was a cute book. It had a cute little romance in it. It was very much a subplot to the book. And overall, it deserved its 4 stars. Overall, it deserved its 4 stars that I gave it. The next book is Faker by Sarah Smith. This book is a cute interracial romance. I gave it a 4 stars because it kept me engaged, it kept me with it, it kept me wanting to know what was going to happen next. And for that, I read this book in a day. All of it in a day. And for me, it deserves its 4 stars. Okay, the next book is If We Were Villains by M.L. Rio. This book is a 5 stars for me, which is going to be our first 5-star list. If you don't really like Shakespeare or you don't know much about Shakespeare, this book is probably going to be a miss for you. It's heavily around Shakespeare, but it is a great book. Like, it's hard to describe. I don't want to give too much away, so I'm just gonna leave that, but it's a 5-star for me. The next book is I'm Glad My Mom Died by Jeanette McCurdy. This book is just, I don't know how else to describe it. It's just something that you just want to read. It is a nonfiction book. Obviously, it's revolved around Jeanette McCurdy's life and the trials and tribulations that she went through with her mother, and who she became today. And I feel like I got through this book in 6 hours, and it wasn't audible. It was I got this book off Libby, the Libby app. I listened to it through the Libby app. It was 6 hours long on normal speed. I got through it in like 4 hours on 2.5. It is very enlightening about what Jeanette McCurdy went through, and I believe it deserves its 5 stars. So that is all the standalones that I read in 2023. So I'm gonna go ahead and get into the series that I read or continued. So, and obviously, being that I am a romance girly, we all know that when you hear of Zoe driving, you know of the Horde Kings of Dakar. And if you don't know what that is, let me enlighten you. It is a alien romance series. Zoe Draven can really give you that alien romance. She's just great at it. So I continued this series in 2023. I started in 2022. I read the first book, Captain of the Horde King, in 2022. The first book that I read in 2023 is Claimed by the Horde King. This is number 2 in the series. And for me, this book was a 2-star. I couldn't get behind the characters. It was something about this book that I just couldn't get into. It's something against Zoe Draven. I just could not connect to this book. But Madness of the Horde King is a 5-star. I love that book, from the characters to the events to the storyline, the plot, all of it. I love it. And then Broken by the Horde King, that one is also a 5-star. I just love it. Story, plot, everything. And then we have Taken by the Horde King. This one is a 4-star, just 1 star lower. I still liked it. It was just missing that extra oomph that made it I want to reread this book over and over and over again. Um, and I will be finishing up that series this year. Um, Next series is the Heartstopper series by Alice Oseman. This series is really touching. It really gets your heart moving. I read 1 through 4, volumes 1 through 4, and all of them are 5 stars. I feel like that's a given. If you ever read the series, you understand why. The next series is the 5-pack series by Kate C. Wells. This series, I liked it. There's only one book in this that I didn't like. The first book is A Tyrant Alpha's Rejected Mate. This book is a 4 stars. I like the concept. I like the plot. I like the characters. There was something in there. I think it was the relationship between the 2 characters that kind of didn't make that 5-star relationship for me. Kind of the same with the heir apparent's Rejected Mate. This one was also a 4 stars, but there was just that extra oomph that I was looking for, and I just didn't have. The Lone Wolf's Rejected Mate. This one was a 3-star. Basically, the only thing that saved this one from being a 2-star was the characters. Other than that, it would have been a 2-star. His Curvy Rejected Mate. This one was the 4th book in the series, and this one was a 1-star. This book, I wish I never read this book. It was just trigger warnings that I wish I had known about before going into this book that really made this book hurt me. So I wish I never read it. Moving on. The next book is the Hades and Persephone saga by Scarlett St. Clair. This saga I am really anxious about reading, but alas, they took A Touch of Ruin, which is the next book in the series for me, off of Kindle Unlimited. So in order to read that book, I'm either going to have to check it out from the library again or try to get it off Libby. If it's even on Libby yet, I'm not sure. I'll take a look at it and let you guys know. Or buy the book, which might happen. Okay. So the first book in that series is A Touch of Darkness, and this one was a 4 stars for me. I really love this book. I liked Persephone's point of view. Some people say she had the dumb bee syndrome, which she kind of does. Like, really. But that's more apparent in A Game of Fate. So I gave it 3 stars. This is from Hades' perspective, but it's still good. Alright, moving on. The next series is Monsters of Redwood by Luna Hunter. I read the first book, which is the Valor book. Needless to say, I will try the second book because I always give a series 2 chances, but the first book was a 1 star. I did not like this book. I couldn't get behind this book. I don't even know why I read it. I felt really bad about this book. Alright, the next series is The Crave of Everton by Zoe Draven. This series has 4 books in total right now. Hopefully there's a 5th book come in, because there's another... Okay, I'm not going to give too much away. But the first book is Craving Cave. That's how I pronounce it. I'm sorry if that's not right. But that book is a 4 stars for me. My next book is Prince Firestones. This is the second book, and that is a 3 stars for me. The next book in the series is Craving Trevec. Same thing. That's how I pronounce it. I'm sorry, that's how I pronounce it. This is a 3 star for me. Next book is Craving Trevec. I love this book. It's a 5 star for me. That's why I'm so hoping that Zoe Draven has a 5th book in the series. You'll understand. You'll understand if you ever read them. Okay. Moving on. The next series is the Viral series by Kathy Rex. This book, the first book, Virals, is a 3 star. I will be continuing the series, but it is a YA series, so go easy on me. It's a lot of books in the series, okay? And then the next series is Lore of Olympus by Rachel Smith. And if you know every single one of them. 5 stars. But the only ones I've read is 1 through 4. I'm not counting the webtoons online. This is just the books. If you know, you know. If you don't, I'm sorry for you. Alright, moving on. The next book is from the Charles Maddox series. This one is by Len Shepard. The first book is The Solitary House. And this book is a 3 stars for me. I will try to continue the series, but I really do like it. It was very informative. It was one of those detective kind of books, and I really did like it. Alright, the next series is the Bears of Forest Heights series. This one is by Roxy Ray. This book has a total of 5 books in the series, and I read every single one of them in 2023. Alright, the first book in the series is Daddy Biker Bear. This is the first book, and it is a 3 stars for me. There was a trope that they used in this book that unfortunately solidified its 3 star status. The next book is Protector Bear. This is a really good one. I really love this book. This book is a 4 stars for me. The next book in this series is Fake Biker Bear Boyfriend. This one is really cute. It took a trope that I thought that I wasn't going to like and turned it into a saving grace for the book, which go Roxy for that. This book is a 4 stars for me. The next book is Biker Bear's Best Friend. Love the trope, by the way, and it is 4 stars. It is a 4 stars for me. The next book, it ended on a bad one, and it is Biker Bear's Redemption. I did not like this book. It is a 2 star. Sorry, Roxy. I just didn't like that book at all. The next series is the Iron Face series by Julia Kagawa. This book, I read the second one that year, though, 2023, and that is The Iron Daughter. That is book 2 in the series, and it is a 3 star for me. Is it just me, but in that series, if you guys have ever read that series, please let me know in the comments. But doesn't the main character get kind of annoying after a while? Or maybe it's just my age. It might be just my age, guys, but maybe I'm getting too old for YA. Possible. Moving on. The next series is the Assassination Classroom series. This one is by Yoshimatsu. This, I read books 1 and 2, and they were both 5 stars for me. Alright, the next series is the Bridgerton series. That's by Julia Quinn. And the book, The Duke and I, the first book in the series, I read, and it is a 5 stars for me. The next series is the Inferno Squad of the Duraxian Warriors by Tana Stone. I read books 1 and 2 of that, Ignite and Scorch, and they were both 3 stars for me. Alright, and the next book that I read, well, the next series that I read, I started the Ice Planet Barbarian series by Ruby Dixon, and I read the first book, which is Ice Planet Barbarians, and that is a 3 stars for me. I will be continuing the series this year, and in my TBR video, you will see that I have the next book on my Kindle. Ready? Alright. Next series is Wolves of Evergreen series by Sky Wilson. I read the first book, Faking It with the Firefighter Werewolf Daddy. That one is a 4 stars. It was a good book. I'm scared to read the next one because I'm scared that it's gonna fail. It's gonna fall lower tier list. I'm scared for it. Okay, the next series is a Song of Ice and Fire series by George R.R. Martin, and I read the first book, The Game of Thrones. That book is obviously a 5 star for me. I was worried that it was going to follow the TV series too close, so when the series first came out, I didn't watch it, but like the first 6 episodes, because I was so scared. I was like, do you need to read the books to understand the series? I was like, because I really want to read the books first, because I don't want it to ruin it for me like Harry Potter did. I actually have season 1 through 4, and I think 6, 7, and 8 on my bookshelf, ready for me to watch. So now I can watch the first season all the way through. I feel a binge day coming. Anyway, the next series that I read is the Played to Be Prisoner series by Reagan Kennedy. I read the first 2 books, Guild and Glint, and I rated them both 3 stars. Alright, and now this may be a very unpopular opinion, but I read the Dark Tower series. Well, not the whole series, but I started the Dark Tower series by Stephen King. The first book, The Gunslinger, it's a 1 star for me. I'm so sorry, guys. I don't know if it's the writing style. Granted, I did listen to the audiobook on Libby. I did not read the book. I listened to the audiobook. I still did not like it. I listened to it at 2+ speed, 2 to 2.5 speed, because I was just trying to get through it. It was an 8-hour book. I turned it into a 4-hour book. Well, 2 to 3-hour book. Well, 4 to 3-hour book. I just didn't like it. I couldn't get behind it. I understand everything that happened. So if I wanted to read the next one, I can, which I might. I might read the next one, guys, to give Stephen King a chance. But the next book is from the Castor Chronicles by Cami Garcia and Margaret Stoll. The first book I read was Beautiful Creatures, and that one was a 4-star. Big shocker, guys. Big shocker. The next series is the Wallflower series by Lisa Phillips. Just let me know if I'm mispronouncing it down in the comments. So I skipped the first book of the series. I read the second book and the third book. The second book is It Happened One Autumn. I gave it 3 stars. The next book, A Devil in Winter, which is number 3, I gave it 4 stars. That was really the book that I should have read in general, because it was just that good. Alright, moving along, the next series is a Locked Tomb series by Tamsin Murr. I read the first book, Gideon the Ninth. You look a little bit to the right and down. Harrow the Ninth is right there. This book I gave a 5 stars. Shocker, I know, but it deserved it. The next series that I started in 2023 is Black Claw Dragons by Roxy Ray. I read the first book, Her Dragon Daddy, and I gave it a 3 stars. Nothing particularly off the charts about that one. Needless to say, I'm reading the second book, Her Dragon Protector, or something like that, but I'll let you guys know. Alright, and then the next series is the Simon Snow series by Rainbow Rowell. I read Carry On in 2020. I really liked it. It took me a long time to read the second one, which is Wayward Son. I read it this year. I gave it a 3 stars. I feel like this one was just a placeholder. I feel like it was really just a placeholder to get us to the third book. That's really what this book was. It's still good. The next series that I started is the Selection series by Kara Cass. The first book, The Selection, I gave 4 stars. I can't wait to carry on with the series. I think it has a lot of potential. The next series that I started was the Luna Bride series by Sky Wilson. The first book is taken by the Wolf Lord. This book was a 2-star for me. It wasn't something standing out for me, but you know that I'm always going to give the next book a second chance to prove me wrong about the series. So I kind of didn't know. And I read a second book in a series without really knowing. So this is the Notebook series by Nicholas Sparks. I did not read the Notebook. I know, shame on me. But I read The Wedding. It's 3 stars for me. I liked it, but I do need to read the Notebook. And I'll do that this year for you guys. The next book is part of a series or duology. I can't decide which one. It is is a Frost and Nectar series by C.N. Crawford. First book, Frost. 5-star. It was awesome. I got the next book in mind. Kind of too dark. But, alright, carrying on. The Glorias of Lexra by Zoe Dravin. The first book, The Alien's Prize. I gave a 4 stars. I will be continuing that series, guys. And then the next series is the Legends and Latte series by Travis Baldry. Legends and Lattes, book 1 is the 4 stars. I can't wait to read Bookshop and Bowdust. So I'm on TBR. I'm watching out for it. And then the next series is a Middle Grade series. It is the Chronicles of Narnia series by C.S. Lewis. This book, The Magician's Nephew, which is number 1 in the series. I don't care who says it's not. Fight me. It is 3 stars. The next series I started is a manga series, and it is Moriarty the Patriot by Roki Takashi. Volume 1 is a 4-star. I will be continuing that manga this year. Alright, the next series is the Brides of Kalar series by Zoe Dravin. Shocker, I know. The first book, Desire in His Blood, is a 5-star. And then we have Craving in His Blood, which is the second book in the series, is a 4-star. And then we have A Court of Thorns and Roses, guys. I finally read my first Sarah J. Maas book, and it was a 3-star. Don't worry, I have the next one to be. And then the last book is The House on the Cerulean Sea. I just found out that this is turned into a series, so that's why it's on the series list. And that is by T.J. Klune. This is the first book, and it is a 5 stars. I know. Shocker. So, guys, that is our tier list. Not many 1 stars. We got 1 more 2 stars. So about all in all, 11 books landed 2 and under. The rest of them were 3 and above. I feel like the most was 3 stars. All right. So that was all 75 books that I read in 2023. Altogether, I read, I just fell. Altogether, I read 25,337 pages for the year. I am going to do a lot better this year. Granted, last year I didn't start until about June, so I only really had half a year. So this year, my goal is, I'll talk about our goals in the next video, which is going to be the TBR list. You get to see a lot more of these books and my fun new TBR game that we are going to start. And new update for the year, my videos are going to be uploaded on Mondays and Thursdays. I'm going to try that. Hold me to it, guys, because I need to get it happening. Alright, So I'm gonna give you guys a hug, and let's keep this year going strong. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bring it in. All right, see you guys in the next one. Bye.